Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, bettingangle.us. Let's have some post-fight thoughts on Katie Taylor's victory over Chantelle Cameron. But first, remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Now, let me just say, I'm baffled. I saw a different fight, and I mean a vastly different fight than the judges, right? One judge has Katie Taylor winning by 6 rounds. 6, right? I saw a very different fight. I believe Katie Taylor has a secret. I believe she got riddled to the body to such an extent that she's a shell of herself by the middle of the 7th round. I thought Chantelle Cameron was in control of the fight. In fact, let's go one step further. And I'm going to throw this out to the crowd because I want to hear from you, because I don't get it. Right? Just understand, the cut that Cameron has is clearly off a headbutt, right? It's not by her eye. It's not bleeding into the eye and blinding her. This isn't a Vitaly Klitschko cut. It's not a Tyson Fury against Otto Wallin cut. No, this is a cut up by her hairline. That's off a headbutt. Now, I thought she's dominating the fight early. Cameron, not Katie Taylor. Now, I was watching the fight on DAZN. They had British broadcasters. The score on the telecast had Katie Taylor winning most of the early rounds. What was I missing? Cameron comes out. She's throwing a stiff jab. It's just keeping Katie at bay. Katie's coming in with flurries that don't match the intensity of Cameron's punches. Cameron, too, is slipping in. Shots to the body. I thought the best punches I saw the entire fight were Cameron right hands to Katie Taylor's body. Cameron's also the champ coming into the fight. I thought you have to beat the champ to take the title. Now, the crowd is very much a Katie Taylor crowd. Every time Katie Taylor comes in the area code of Cameron, they're cheering. Even in exchanges where Cameron is landing power shots and Katie Taylor is landing flurries, the crowd is cheering as if Katie Taylor is landing her shots and is not getting hit back. Now, I'm making this video right after the decision, right? I was shocked the whole way through because I didn't understand the announcers. I thought Cameron wins most of the early rounds. They started putting on the screen the live betting from DraftKings and other websites, and I was shocked that the live betting was changing toward Katie Taylor. What fight were they watching? Right? Cameron isn't getting hurt by Taylor's shots, and then Taylor noticeably slows down. Let me just say, before this fight, in some earlier videos, I was talking about Lawrence Okolie. And I was just pointing out that Okolie is villainized for holding, and that it was unfair toward him because I've seen other fighters, notably Ali, who was a fan favorite, hold a lot in fights and get away with it. Right? To the anti-Okolie crowd, how can you look at Katie Taylor over the last 4 rounds of this fight and not feel that there's excessive holding? Right? It's so bad that Chantelle Cameron has to have her hands horizontal to show the referee that Taylor is the one holding on to her. We know Taylor has fast hands, but understand, Taylor's holding on because her body has been taken away from her. Right? I would not be surprised if I were to hear that Katie Taylor has fractured ribs. Right? Taylor looks spent to me late in this fight. She looks finished to me. This is as the announcers are saying, this is greatness. Right? So, I'm sorry. I did not see the fight that everyone else saw. Right? Yes, I lost on this fight. Maybe I'm crying over spilled milk, but I think my viewership knows me well enough to know that if my guy gets beat or my woman gets beat in a boxing match, I'll come online and I'll say, hey, I was wrong. Here, I thought it was clear that Katie Taylor seems to have been rewarded by the judges on effort and not effectiveness. Right? I was surprised, by the way, when they announced the first judge's scorecard and that person had it even. I was surprised by that because I thought Cameron clearly had the upper hand. Right? Also, explain to me the first half of the fight. How could a champ come out, be on her front foot, throwing a stiff jab, backing up the opponent, who flurries from time to time? This is before Katie Taylor gets her body taken away from her. Right? How could the champ be on her front foot, land flush shots? I have no doubt, none whatsoever, that when the CompuBox numbers are released for this fight, Cameron will have landed vastly more body shots, and that Cameron will have landed more power shots. How could Cameron be landing a stiff jab, major body shots, have Taylor backing up early in the fight, and somehow on the telecast's scorecard, some guy named Barry Jones. Barry Jones had Katie Taylor winning something like 4 rounds in a row. How is that possible? So go ahead in the comment section, tell me your views. If you thought this was Katie Taylor's best moment, if you thought Taylor showed a lot of heart and, won this fight, tell us what she did in the comment section of this video that impressed you so much. I saw her getting hit in the body. I saw her getting walked down. Right? She did have a lot of effort, but I thought she had to resort to holding in the second half of the fight because she was that outgunned. Right? The crowd, they were rooting for the hometown fighter. That's what sports is all about, all the passion. But let's just say I disagree strongly with the judges here. Right? Finally, the judge who has Katie Taylor winning by 6 rounds. Is there anyone watching this video who thinks that's an accurate scorecard? Right? How could it be when Katie Taylor is the one hanging on the second half of the fight after getting hit with a fuselage of body shots in the first half of the fight? Right? So, to me, this was a robbery. I understand. Katie Taylor is popular. As I like to say, life is unfair. If Katie Taylor was not such a popular fighter, and if this fight was really judged on punches landed, effectiveness, right? Jabs landed. I thought Katie Taylor gets out-jabbed in the fight, for crying out loud. Not just out-power-shotted, not just out-body punched, but out-jabbed in the fight. Tell me what I'm missing here, right? Cameron, unfortunately, and it was a bad visual, her cut up here is bleeding. Let's remember, the cut's a headbutt. Right? Cameron's face down here is unmarked. It's not like Katie Taylor is tattooing Cameron. Anyway, that's the fight I saw. I lost on this fight. Officially. It is what it is, right? But let's just say I disagree strongly with the decision. In fact, I thought the champion retained her title. Let me hear from you. I understand there are a lot of Katie Taylor fans out there. I sense that from the comments to the pre-fight video. Lay out your case. I hope you do in the comment section of this YouTube video. Thanks for stopping by.